Good evening, everyone. Thank you for being here. I did have a slide. In my first slide, Governor Shapiro took some of Shannon's speech and took a lot of my speech because I was going to just talk about myself. But I have that Phillies insignia up there because last night, raise your hand if you were sweating as to whether or not the Phillies were going to lose and no one was going to show. I know I was sweating because I'm the awardee, but the honoree, I was really worried whether or not they were going to win. And my wife kind of went upstairs, and I know they were up 3-0, and then she said, they hit a grand slam. Who hit a grand slam? It would have been 4-3. But I was really worried, and I was worried because if they had Game 3 this evening, and by the way, why don't we have any day games? If they had Game 3 today, and all the Philadelphians were expecting to see Shannon Spector and Tom Klein on TV behind home plate. And then the Phillies lost. And they said they lost because Shannon and Tom weren't sitting behind home plate. Where were they? Honoring Sam Pond. Who the hell? Get after that, Sam. I wouldn't have any clients. So the baseball gods spoke. Some folks have come up to me and said, what a crowd this evening. And I really am very grateful and appreciative for everyone taking the time from your busy schedules to be here this evening. And apparently this is somewhat of a close record crowd, and some people have been telling me that. A tip to future Musmanno honorees: buy 20 tables. We had so many tables, I had to invite the guys from my neighborhood, get them suits, and they're over in that table over there. Finally, my mother-in-law and my father-in-law, Bob and Joyce McMonagle, who have been my parents longer than my parents were alive, insisted to be here this evening. And they're both 88. My lovely mother-in-law, Joyce McMonagle, and I know a lot of the union guys, Bobby Walsh, you know Bobby McMonagle, I think, and some other people do as well. Well, Mongo, you have to put up with him down at the Phillies game. He probably goes to 50 Phillies games at 88. Look, tonight is about some of the unsung heroes. I have to say thank you to some folks. You know, getting an award like this is really, I'm simply here as a recipient, the one person, but it's about a collective. And a lot of people in this room have allowed me to get here this evening, and some not in this room. First, I want to make some thanks. I want to thank Drew Duffy as the chair of the Musmanno Committee. Great job. Thank you, Drew. I'd like to thank the committee for bestowing this honor upon me. I am really, truly humbled. And clearly, Pat Patterson and Susan and the entire PTLA staff, you threw another great award evening, and thank you very much for all you do for PTLA. To our labor allies, thank you for your support and confidence. Your fight is our fight. To the medical community, thank you for treating and advocating for our clients. To Abe Rich, where you at, Abe? Is he here still? Hey, Abe. Abe has been counsel to our firm for many years, and I am really grateful for your friendship. To George Martin, for giving a young attorney the opportunity to represent injured workers, and to all the members of the Workers' Compensation Bar, thank you. To the Temple Beasley School of Law, for giving a kid from Northeast Philly a shot to practice in this great profession. And a moment of silence for the passing of President Epps. She was always very kind to me and supportive. To our executive committee at Pond, Lehocky, Giordano, Sean Lehocky, Brian Riley, Adam Goldstein, Dylan Pond, Jen Hines, who has this great after party she's going to have you attend at the W, did a lot of work in that. And my personal assistant, Brittany Connor, for putting up with all the edits of my speech. Thank you. To all the partners and attorneys at Pond Lehocky, and to the staff, many of whom have been with us for decades. We often, Jerry, Tom, and myself, we often get the limelight, but you're the backbone. You're the backbone of our firm. Thank you for all you do for our clients and for this organization. And just for a moment, stand up and get acknowledged. Come on, get up, stand up. Attorneys, come on. Were you bashful? To my son, Dylan, and his wife, Julia, it's a joy to watch you live such meaningful lives and making a difference in the world. Dylan, welcome to our profession. I've been blessed with incredibly determined, strong, and caring women in my life. My mother was someone who made you believe nothing was impossible. Gentlemen, she told every one of you, you better believe in yourself as well. Being told that anything is possible by a parent, along with unconditional love, is a powerful and magical pill. My sister here this evening has that same belief and energy. She was the toughest and prettiest kid in the neighborhood. She is a successful and award-winning restaurateur on her own, but most importantly, you've always believed in me.
I love
To
you.
Judge Diane Welsh, you have been a constant role model for me in this profession. I am honored to call you sister. My father was a gentleman who instilled politics, history, social movements, and told me to read any book and every book I could. Most importantly, he told me there's no tolerance. There's no tolerance of ignorance. And there's no tolerance of fear. And there's no tolerance of injustice. Fight it. Get in the game and stand up for the people that you can defend and fight for them. And I heard that at the dinner table all the time. How lucky I am to have my amazing brothers, Tom, Jerry. You have both stayed by me no matter what the odds. Jerry, we met 40 years ago at Temple. Litigated against each other for 3 years. Had a lot of battles. And we've been partners for 32. We are one. In fact, my sister told me my bow tie was crooked. I thought you were going to tell me my bow tie was crooked. Your leadership from president to PAJ to chair of the disciplinary board to all your leadership positions has inspired all of us. You have always set an example of professional excellence. Tom, can I have your autograph? Or at least some Instagram tickets? You're such a humble and caring leader. Your talents are so deep and strong. You are selfless. You have no idea how grateful I am for your trust and loyalty and friendship. We are beyond blessed to have you, and I know I am. Finally, the rock, the wind not only beneath my wings, but our firm's wings and our clients' wings. My first grade sweetheart, Maureen Mary McMonagle Pond. You have sacrificed so much, the greatest sacrifice being our time together, so I could participate in this organization. Quietly, selflessly, always there, supporting me, believing in me. You have silently, as Shannon said, that the work that we do sometimes, especially when it comes to politics, we don't know just how many people we've helped. And you have silently helped so many. You have tirelessly set the example for all the families in our firm, and there's no way that this could be possible without you. I love you, and I thank you. That doesn't just apply to me in regard to the support of a spouse and family, and we were talking, Shane and I were talking to the governor about this. This applies to many of us. So I would like, if there's a spouse or family member here this evening, I'd like to have you stand up and be recognized. Do we have any here? Okay, Sherry. I want to raise, for all of the family members and spouses that aren't here, please raise your glass to them. Could you hand me that water? Tonight is not about one trial lawyer. It's about a 1,000-strong juggernaut called the Philadelphia Trial Lawyers and the spirit of Justice Musmanno. Musmanno must always be about us. So let us celebrate tonight our history, our mission, and our collective body of work. Whether it be in a courtroom, prepping a witness, writing a brief, lobbying in the halls of our republic, our pro bono work, volunteering in our communities, engaging in our charities, or sitting in our office with a family that has suffered a tragic loss. Our work is noble. No one ever thinks they will be a victim of tort or injured on the job. No one but us has the power and the ability to protect these victims. It is us against the Chamber of Commerce, the polluters and cheaters, the Fortune 500, the Insurance Federation, the industrial complexes. We are it. Your firm's it, your firm's it, Mongalucci's firm's it, Klein Inspector. It is only us. There is no one else to protect these victims. The people in this room are the regulators of a free enterprise system and no one else. Without you, there is no one to remedy civil wrongs and have those wrongs fairly compensated. But our role is not limited, nor is our social utility limited to just compensation for our clients. If the behavior is egregious, then we must seek to punish, to penalize, to deter. This extra mile must be walked. We must reveal, disclose, and expose facts of malicious harm. We must insist that as a condition of settlement, the wrongdoer remedy their faults, be it a dangerous workplace, a broken sidewalk, or a defective product. This is part and parcel of our value and our mission. If not, change will not happen, and the carnage will continue. Our adversaries would limit the deterrence of penalties and punitive damages, or worse, they would eliminate tort, cap recoveries, provide immunity, block entry to the courthouse, contract away constitutional rights. They would challenge the great equalizer and the sanctity of the contingent fee agreement. In effect, crush the weak, disabled, and injured. Not on our watch. Here is a message for those intent on harming our clients. Any foe of an open and independent civil justice system, the heart and lungs of a free society, will be dealt a swift and measured response by us. We have been and will continue to be reasonable men and women. We simply insist, as the governor said, a level playing field. But don't confuse reasonableness with weakness. This is not a threat, but a call to arms of a threat. We seek friends, not foes. But if we need to fight, we will respond with a battle-tested army of volunteers. Our weapons are words, facts, reason, and the truth. Our battlefield is a courtroom, and we will not let anyone take it from us. The dangers outside are many, but we can never let our house be selfish, focused on individual gain, or unleashed ego. For surely, we will stumble and fail. And despite the importance of our work, our accomplishments and sacrifices will all be in vain. We are a team of rivals, and as a team, we will either flourish or perish. The choice is ours. As protectors of the people, we will always be targets. We must police ourselves. We must continue to raise the professional bar. When we fail to try our cases, accept inadequate settlements, fail to put the client first as we swore to do, one call not returned, a lack of bedside manner. We are all blemished by just one act that lacks the highest professional standard, the Musmanno standard, our standard. For the advertisers among us, our legal brands are a reflection of the trial bar. Whether we serve 100 or 1,000, the professional standards of one client at a time must be ensured. We must demand excellence from ourselves and those that we lead. Failure to do so is a slippery slope. Thus, to the next generation, you must give us your time and your talents, and soon your treasure. We challenge you to make us stronger, more soldiers, more vision, more public relations, more political alliances. We have traditions: breakfast of champions, holiday party, community outreach, president's dinners, Musmanno. You must participate in them, and you must honor them. They remind us of our past, and they provide a strong foundation for our future. Do not be afraid of testing yourself. You are trial lawyers, tested daily. Believe in your work. You are on the threshold of leadership. Do not hesitate in answering the call to serve. You will not be alone. You will have the wisdom of those before you and the vision and energy of a new generation, your generation, It is your time to serve. To our new and future leadership, the spirit of Musmanno will challenge your courage. Do you have the stomach to stand up against the crowd? When there is groupthink in a meeting, will the great dissenter in you be heard? It must be heard. As leaders, your duty is to our members and those we represent. Musmanno made hard decisions, not popular decisions. And if service is below you, then leadership is beyond you. But you are trial lawyers, born to serve, thus born to lead. 70 have passed since the founders of this organization had an idea that became a reality. We are here tonight. This is the living, breathing reality of the founder's vision. And it's been 45 years since Musmanno left us on an October day, Columbus Day. Our founders and Musmanno would salute our body of work. They would look with awe at our accomplishments. They would be content, satisfied, at peace, knowing that you have climbed to such stature with honor, respect, and selfless teamwork, all achieved by an army of servant leaders and volunteers. When you depart this evening, carry your head high, not with hubris, but knowing that our work is self-evident. We are Philadelphia trial lawyers. Musmanno is a time of reflection, a time to renew our mission. Forward we go. Tonight we show our united will, our strength, and our commitment to our cause. Resolute in our craft, our profession, and our mission. Stronger, more determined. Standing shoulder to shoulder with our new governor, defending our judicial candidates, in solidarity with our labor allies, and supporting our legislative friends of both parties. It is with great appreciation and gratitude that you have allowed me to have a role with this great organization that has made a difference to so many. This organization has never had the luxury of easy years, only tempered by hard years. Nevertheless, I ask of you, no, I plead of you, to never be complacent or comfortable. The stakes are just too high. You must be willing to sacrifice to make our society just. The words are easy. The task is hard. The reward is justice and dignity for those we represent. Thus, we must never retreat from our duty to defend our clients. We will stand fast and fight on. To Musmanno, long live the Philadelphia trial lawyers. Thank you.